Hey, Father. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. So, what story are we getting into this week? Oh, yes, I love it when we change it up. Okay, call back later. You guys, this week, we're not doing a story. We are doing another Bible Babe Q&A. Welcome to another episode of Bible Stories with me, Brianda. And joining me another week, another day, another dollar. Clara, the Spanish croquette, everybody.
How are you? Why do I feel like we need a jingle for the Bible Babe Q&A?
Bible Babe Q&A.
Yeah.
That's it. If we had a soundboard, like that's what we would play. How's everyone doing? Hi. We're back in New York City.
Yeah.
At WTFmedia Studios in New York City, the best podcast studio in the nation. I was going to say the tri-state area, but we're now in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Our
LA trip was so fun. Very cute, very cute. I missed you. I hadn't seen you in a very long time. Anyways, how have you been feeling about the lives we've been doing? Like this photo and this photo.
Don't make me put the photo. Come on, I
want you to put that photo. That photo. Yep. No, that photo, Clara. How have you been feeling?
It's been fun. But today we did a live. It was a little, I think it was our weakest live. But
it was a weak live. It was weak. But I also think it was because it was 5 o'clock on a Saturday. People doing things, you know what I'm saying? And B, it was just spurred in the moment. We didn't give any warning. And also I wasn't bleaching my eyebrows. Like bleaching eyebrows is exciting.
I know. Eating is not that exciting.
Eating isn't that exciting.
We've eaten camera before, so it's like, okay, again.
No, I definitely think it's the, whatever. How'd you feel about the Dominican snacks? We were eating Dominican snacks.
Can I tell the truth?
Yeah.
I had to run to the bathroom right after.
She did. And you were there for a minute.
Girl, let me tell you.
It took you a long time to drop the kids off at school. You know what I'm saying? It takes me like no time. I am in and out.
I don't think my stomach is made for Dominican food. That shit's...
What was,
It's a lot of sugar, a lot of milk, and I'm lactose intolerant. And I'm also fructose intolerant, which is the sugar in the
soda,
in the fruit. So like lactose is the sugar in the milk. So I'm thinking maybe my body doesn't tolerate sugar that well. That's why I'm not so much into sweet things. And I literally stuffed myself with sugar and milk. Period. And a little bit of coconut, like sprinkled on there.
True. Well, I mean, I thought it was fun.
It was really fun, yeah.
Clara brought some Spanish chips, and that was cute. Really, all just tasted like sour cream and onion chips, I'll be honest. Spanish people, get it together.
They didn't.
Get it together. But also, Clara said she's going to try again.
Yeah, because like I said, I explained it on the live, but when I was in Spain, I got COVID. For half of my holidays, I got COVID. So I didn't have the time to do what I wanted to do initially, which was going to the stores. And, so I had to grab whatever was available in the airport. And that's obviously not the best selection. So.
It's okay.
And also type of food. There's like food that I cannot bring on an 8-hour flight. Cheese, like fresh things, I can't bring on an 8-hour flight. Liquids, like stuff like that.
It really does make me think. I distinctly remember, I don't know, my Caribbean babes relate to this, but when I was little and we used to go to DR, which again, it's a 3 to 4 hour flight back to Boston or New York, whatever, my mom would bring like suitcases of cheese.
That's insane.
Suitcases.
And none of you ever got sick from eating that cheese?
No.
Well, y'all have strong stomachs, let me tell you, because your food is strong.
I hate to be the Debbie Downer. I don't know what camera I'm looking at.
Here.
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I feel like we owe the babes an explanation as to our sporadic episodes. The truth is, shit happens.
Oh.
The truth is, shit has been happening, and
it's probably the worst apology in the whole history.
This isn't an apology yet. I haven't gotten to the end of the apology.
Okay.
This is just the beginning.
Okay.
The first part is ish happens, man. And also, I just think that at least I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for Clara. But I've reached a point in my like day-to-day life where if I'm not organized, something is going to get sacrificed. And lately it has been Bible, which should be the last thing that is sacrificed. Like other things should be, what's that thing, like ask for forgiveness, not permission, or whatever that expression goes. I don't even know if I used that correctly. But anyways, and that's the truth of it. And I would love to get back to a routine where we're posting every Wednesday, the same time, same place, because the podcast is taking a ding. It feels like we're in, how do you call it? Like, it feels like we're in the ER. You know what I mean? And that's not how you build a brand, especially not in the beginning. You know what I mean? Being up and down, it's not good.
Yep.
And I acknowledge it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. The best thing I can offer is organization on my end. I have to try and get more organized. Like, yeah, and be better, make better use of my time and make sure that this isn't the thing that I sacrifice. Because it's actually the thing I love the most. That's Clara's apology.
Oh my God. I was planning on I was waiting for you to finish talking so I can cut it out.
I'll cut. But yeah, it's very embarrassing. And we're so sorry. I already talked to a few of you guys individually to apologize individually. But yeah, no, it's not okay. And I can only like promise to try to get better. And it may not even be perfect then. I don't even know where I'm looking. I'm looking at these lenses, but I'm really looking at the babes, whoever's watching this. Like, it sucks. Life happens. I'm trying to balance a full-time job that's only getting busier. And yeah, I can't wait till I don't need to work a full-time job.
It's not all on you, because you're making it sound like it's all on you.
It is.
I've also been like really busy, so it's been hard to deliver things.
I know, but I'll take the burden of that. Like, I don't want you to. I'll take the burden of that. It's not Clara.
It's a 2-people team. Like,
I would rather just take the blame.
Well, it doesn't work like that, honey.
I know, and you've been super busy, and you just did a cross-country move.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, ish happens, life happens, and yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I just cut off your apology. Oh my gosh,
no.
Such a narcissist. Go.
No, that's it. That's what I was saying. Like, it's not all on you. I also been like mad busy, so it's hard to.
I do see a future, and maybe this is the optimist in me, the hopeful. I do see a future where we're back on track. Like, remember when I used to come in with like extravagant outfits and like be so enthusiastic about, like, I see.
But I also feel like
what?
At that time, none of us were working.
Mm-hmm.
We both had the whole day, literally, to dedicate to this podcast. That's why the clips were fire. The episodes were like super animated,
on time,
but also super animated. Like, everything was pre-prepared. The outfits, Now we don't have this time. Like, you have a full-time job. I have 2 full-time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm moving. Like,
yeah,
it's not. A day has 24 hours.
I know. And there's some people who have expressed like, oh my gosh, do you need help? Like, thank you guys so much for even the people that have been asking, like, do you guys need help? Like, I'll help, whatever you need. And honestly, I may take you up on that offer. But thank you for your like patience. We're going to try and rev this thing back up. I'm also seeing other podcasts like elevate. And that makes me feel like, like, I can't say that? You don't want me to say that?
I was like, it's getting long. Let's just.
Okay, never mind. Anyways, we're sorry. Thank you. We'll do better. Clara's saying wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up, okay?
Sorry.
We're sorry. Okay, let's get into some questions. Ooh, it is hot. I have questions, and then I also have some, like, really... I saw some of these on Twitter, some of them on Reddit, just like advice that I want to take a stab at, because I was like, ooh, I have ideas, I have thoughts on this. But first are some questions that we didn't get to from last Q&A, and also just some stuff, some random like comments and questions from TikTok. This one is one that I thought would be I don't know. I feel like you would have something to say about this one, Clara.
Me?
Yes.
Verás. What is it?
Yes. Okay, so this is an advice, a relationship question.
Yes.
Relationship advice. And I'm not going to say names.
No.
The subject line is, why does it have to be my job? And she writes, I'm tired of my fiance making me set alarms for him to wake up in time for work. And every time I set an alarm and go upstairs to wake him up, he gets pissed at me. So then he will make me set another alarm so he can, quote unquote, have 10 more minutes. Mind you, I'm also busy with our 3-year-old and soon to be newborn coming anytime now, cooking and cleaning. It's extremely stressful for me to have the job of waking him up as well as everything else. Because this is a lot. I finally put my foot down today and said it's not my responsibility. And he said, okay, I guess I'll just keep being late for work and lose my job then.
No way. That was his response?
Like it would be my fault. No, it would be his, right? I'm so tired.
What?
What do I do? Clara?
What? That was his response?
Yep.
Well, first of all, let me tell you, you don't have one 3-year-old and another one in the way. You have 2 babies and another one in the way. Because you are mothering these men. You're being these men's mother, and that's not okay. Like, I understand the whole, want to do something for your partner, or like, we all have our ways of giving it a treat, or like, like something that can be like babysitting a little bit, but it's your way of being cute. But if that's causing you stress, and if that's causing you like literally like physically exhaustion, and you have a whole lot of things to do, that cannot be his response. Come on.
Yeah.
So you're watching out for him, and now like has one name. This is manipulation. So that's what it is. Like he like gonna blame it on you like that? Okay, so I guess I'm gonna lose my job. How about you wake up? How about you put your own alarm? And you don't like.
I also think that it's not even about the alarm. Like if this is the straw that broke the camera's back, this has been going on for a long time, and it's other things.
Yeah.
Like there's other things going on
And
that
you're
need to
doing-
be adjusted.
Yeah, you're doing more other things other than just setting up your alarm.
Yeah.
Because someone that reacts like this and talks like, oh, I actually have a question for that listener though.
What?
Is this really who you want to be with?
Girl, she got kids with this man.
I don't care. Is this like, stop for a second. Stop thinking about your story with him. Stop. Vision yourself in the future. Is this really what you want? Someone that is not even able to put their own alarm to go for work without blaming you for it?
I mean, that's
Is
I
this
wouldn't go that
really the type of person you want to be with? Married? For the rest of your life?
far. I mean, maybe not,
Right.
but if we can make the changes, then like that.
My advice, go to therapy. Go to couples therapy.
Couples therapy, and also do a trial run of him waking himself up and see what happens.
Well,
for a
he
couple
has
days.
clearly expressed that he doesn't want to do it. And he's like blaming her on it, which to me is ridiculous. But like, go to couples therapy because it's not lost. Like I feel like, okay, I'm going to get deep in it now, but I feel like us women in society, like in general, it's like we have part of fault when it comes to that, because we raise men to be treated like this, like little kings. And I don't have children, so it's not like I'm raising anyone, but like in general, like this comes from somewhere. And mothers baby their boys like that, and they don't make them, like do things for themselves. So they expect for life to have, it's like a rich kid that's never done anything for himself. Wait, I have to wash my own dishes now. What?
Wait, Clara, on that note, there was another one that I ran past. That was, am I in the wrong for being upset that my husband wants to change our vacation plans around his mother's birthday? And I literally was like, Well, aren't I more?
I don't know. It depends though.
I don't know.
It depends on the relationship they have with the mother, how old is the mother, how healthy is the mother. Because if your mom is dying, yeah, I'm gonna cancel every holidays until the last day of my mom's life.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
Like-
read too deeply into it, but shouldn't the wife be more important than the mom?
To the woman that gave you birth.
Yeah, that's what.
Like a wife, you can divorce anytime. Your mom literally sacrificed her life for you.
Yeah, but isn't that the point of like getting married and stuff? Like you're now the new chapter is a new chapter where your new family is the priority.
I think the elder, like you cannot over
Am I bugging?
rule the elders, man.
Like, I'm not saying to completely like ignore your mom or like neglect your parent, or that's obviously not what I mean. But like in terms of like, I don't want to put a hierarchy, but there's a hierarchy here. And shouldn't your spouse be the next person that is your
Yes, in
you're
certain
prioritizing?
in certain things, yes, but like I don't know.
Same when you have children.
Like
Spouse,
my
children.
question is, why did they initially plan a holiday? Like your mom's birthday is a date that you know.
Yeah.
It's not something that she just got promoted yesterday and you want to celebrate. Like, why are you planning your
It was a birthday party, I think. It was like an event for the mom. So it may not have been on the day, but it was going to be for that birthday.
Well, it's just like, it depends, because also, how old is the mom turning? Like, if it's a big number, if it's a 70 and they're throwing out like the 70-year-old party, like that's a big one, It's almost like a 16, like the 16 part. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm actually, I need more information on that one. I can't.
know.
I can't.
I didn't read the whole thing, but I was like, oh, that's a good one too. Well, for that person with the alarm, like couples therapy.
Yes.
And also,
I think like couples therapy may be able to save it. Like if he learns
it's definitely salvageable if this is it. Like,
or not. Only therapy will tell you. Because you have to dig more on where this is coming from. And if
pray on it. Pray on it. Pray on it. Pray on it.
Pray on it in therapy and with a therapist.
Oh,
I really wish we had a dude here to have the man's.
It would be
point of
really
view for
great
these things.
to
'Cause
have.
Sometimes I feel like we're hating, and we just sound like we're hating on men. But like if something like that.
What does it sound like we're hating on men? What do you mean? Nothing we've said is hating on men. Literally nothing we have said is hating on men. What are you
that they're
talking
raised like babies and they can't do shit for themselves?
I definitely didn't say that.
I
won't
did.
close that. Yeah, I didn't express those feelings, but it's also not a lie. Like some
That's what I'm
need to
saying.
hear that.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I wish we could have the men point of view. See if they not acknowledge it, but like see if they see it like us, or maybe there's something that we're missing here because we have this filter of. Because I feel like every woman has.
Okay,
gone
let me
through-
be a man.
No, you're not a man.
Let me
you don't have a man experience.
Okay, I don't.
It's like
I
me
don't.
saying, okay, let me play black. Let me
No.
bring out the black inside.
Whoa, cut that. I'm not
No,
gonna-
it's the same thing. I can't give you insight on.
No, I was gonna try and like see the other, like maybe they do want to be serviced by a woman.
But you can't because you're not a man. That's what I'm saying.
I know. I'm just trying to play like devil's advocate here, and they are the devils.
but you can't. Like
They're
you're
the devils.
Okay.
Next one. Next question. Next relationship advice entry. And this one comes from Reddit. Oh, I love Reddit now. It's such a great app. Okay. Ooh, this one is long, so I'm going to be skipping around. I, a 24-year-old female, cannot deal with my overly sensitive friend, 22-year-old female. Oh, I remember those ages.
That starts bad already. Okay.
Yep. Okay. I wanted to post and ask for some advice about what to do with a newer friend I made this past year. I recently started being good friends with a girl I met through working at blank last year. Let's call her V. We have plenty of active interests we like to do in common, and she's always very down to do them whenever I suggest, more than other friends. I even became friends with her sister, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, about 2 months ago, I was invited along with V to go to her sister's birthday weekend getaway. For the most part, it was a great time, But my friend did have a breakdown in the middle of the trip because she thought I was getting along better with her sister.
She was jealous. Why are some women like that?
I also figured she has a deep-rooted jealousy of her sister. I apologized and told her there was no way any of us were intentionally excluding her from conversation. And second part is for her and her therapist to figure out.
Wow, she said that?
Yeah, she was fine after the conversation, but I was kind of unsettled. Okay. Then just 2 days ago, some of my very good friends from college and I had planned to go on to a concert. My friend V and her sister bought tickets and asked to tag along.
Mm-hmm.
I love when all my friends meet and mingle, so I, of course, let them join in on the group. We all had a great time, or so I thought.
Oh, boy.
The night after, I get a text from V asking to meet up in person to talk because she was uncomfortable about something. That girl, I know exactly what she's talking about. Like, is it really?
Well, you've been V before?
No, I have had
me
too.
Girl, yeah.
Like, is it really that serious? You can't text or give me a call? V and I didn't really talk one-on-one or hang out the night of the concert. So what else could it be about?
That precisely.
Okay. I'm dreading having the conversation and I'm kind of getting annoyed because what else could it be than her feeling jealousy or wanting more from me?
Cut to what she said.
Wait, but I do have something to say about overly sensitive friends. She didn't ask for advice, but I've had overly sensitive friends before, and it never worked. When you're, for example, she doesn't even know what the conversation is. We don't know the end of that advice and letter. But when dealing with overly sensitive friends, you must not give in to whatever they're like. Those needs. Like, the more you enable them, the more they'll keep being like territorial of you, possessive over you. No, dead that. You're not my man. You're not my child.
Hey.
What?
What do you mean you're not my man?
Like, you're not, and I'm not in a relationship with you. Like, why would I even work?
If you were my man, this behavior would still not be okay.
It wouldn't, but it would. Can I be honest with you? Being in a relationship, it's a lot. I would be more serviceable in a relationship. I'll be honest with you. I would feel like
No.
What?
No. Like
What?
being oversensitive about you hanging out with a friend and being jealous of you being hanging out with your girlfriend.
I don't think any of it's okay. But I especially don't think it's okay if I'm not even in a relationship with you.
I don't think being in a relationship enables it in any way.
It doesn't justify it.
It should not be okay regardless, period.
Sure, but you and I have both made decisions for a relationship in favor of the relationship where we probably wouldn't be our first choice. We've done that. We would do that in a relationship. We would not do that with a friend.
Yeah, but certain things, it's out the boundaries. Like,
Clara,
being territorial and possessive like this.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is we would do things in a relationship with a romantic spouse that we would not do in any other relationship.
Yeah, that I agree.
That is just facts. And I would especially not put up with anyone who does not fall under those categories of whatever, like child relate. I would never even think to entertain those things. I would dead it real quick. I have lost not so many friends. I've lost like 3 friends total from that age bubble. There's something between 20 and 24. Yeah. When you leave the home, you're starting to navigate your life and picking your tribe, where sometimes you feel like, you have ownership over your friends. And that's simply not healthy.
And why are people like this? I will never understand.
Some friends are like that.
Why do you get jealous of 2 people getting along? Like, if I ever had this type of feelings, my brain goes to, okay, what's wrong with you that you're feeling this way? Because how is 2 people getting along affecting you in any way?
They think that they're going to be replaced or jealousy.
That's something you got to work on. Clearly, that's some insecurities there to work on because...
Yeah. And if you don't, it'll happen. It'll constantly happen. It'll be cyclical. Oh my gosh. I've had friends where like, if I denied a plan or like whatever, they'd be like, what are you doing? What I'm saying? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I've cut friends off for this as well. I had a friend back in Spain. It was a group of friends. It was like a whole group. And 2 or 3 of us would live closer together and the other one would live mad far away. So sometimes plans just happen like out of nowhere. You just like bump into each other. Oh, let's well, I'm free, let's do whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And then we would probably post it on social media and she would get mad, but only with me. Like, and
Yeah.
I met you through them. So you were friends with them before you were friends with me anyway. So why are you mad at me? I remember like we all used to joke. I actually used to call her boo because I'm like, you're acting like you're my man.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like, what is this coming from?
I know. I think that that's also why I think Clara, you and I kind of get along. I feel like we both met at a time in our life where we were kind of graduated from
Over-
that
yeah,
school.
we're
Like we
over,
don't
yeah.
ever do that. And like, yeah, I don't know. Also, you're so young, you're gonna make new friends. Like, don't
And who wants friends like this? Like, honestly, like,
Yeah.
guys, I urge everyone, look inside of you. What type of person are you? What are you bringing out to this world?
wait,
Really?
hi Tangi. What do you think your red flags are?
Wow, that's a really good one. What? I don't know.
Oh,
Does everyone think that?
we all have
No,
red
I
flags.
know, but like, does everyone think that they don't have their own? Because I know I do have for sure. I just can't think of it right.
What are your red flags? Do you know?
I don't know.
I have one red flag, and I'm sure that it's like every man's nightmare.
Oh, I.
I think that one of them is like I'm an oversharer and I share very soon. That, and I'm sure, like by nature, naturally.
How is this a red flag?
I think someone that like
Gets overwhelmed?
reveals that reveals too much about like their life and like their traumas and their family's traumas. That's like a lot for people.
Okay.
That's like I feel like the normal person doesn't need to know that too quickly. That's something that unravels with time. I don't know if it's necessarily a red flag, but it's definitely a
I
flaw.
don't see.
Oh yeah. You don't
If
want-
anything, I would like it because it's like transparency, and I feel like it's attractive that you know your like downs and you own them and you work on them. Like to me, there's nothing more attractive than someone that works in their own shit. Like, psh.
Yeah, but too prematurely, it scares some
Babe,
people off.
this is who I am.
Well, they're
I'd-
not with me.
I'd
so,
rather
yeah.
these than you hiding it, and then 2 years in the relationship, I'm bipolar. Like, wait, what? At least you know from the beginning.
No, I would actually. What would I tell someone? Speaking of bipolar, what would I tell? I would tell someone just like I would tell anything, like with time. Like I wouldn't go date one.
I know.
I have
I am celibate and bipolar.
Yeah, like I'm celibate-ish and have bipolar.
Oh wait, I think I got my red flag.
Oh, that's right. Oh, go no, say
And
it.
it's funny because your red flag is you're an oversharer, and I think my red flag is that I don't share at all.
Oh,
I think my red flag is I don't like whatever I feel, like I just lock myself in. And
it took
won't
me
let you-
12 months to get to some really rich. Well, no, you revealed a lot with me a couple months later, but like I feel like 12 months later, I'm still discovering new things
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah. And especially like we're friends, so it's different, I guess, because you're not as deep in like a romantic relationship is like, especially with your partner, with my partner, I live together with him.
Yeah.
So and I spend more time with him as well. So there's more that he can do that can upset me than what you can do that upsets me, right? But especially when it comes to like negative feelings. If I'm feeling something negative, I'll shut down. And it's like the other part's like, yo, if you don't tell me something's going on, I don't know that something's going on. But to me, it's like, I can't. I think that's a very big,
A red flag.
big one.
Well, yeah, it's also because you're also not gonna say anything, and this is from just like chats and like episodes. I'm sure they know it, but you're also not gonna not express it somehow. It's gonna come out.
I know, yeah. I'm gonna be cranky and a bitch for a whole week, and you're gonna be asking me like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, yeah.
Is that a red flag? I guess yeah. I don't know if that's a red
that's
flag.
a big red flag.
Someone who okay. Wow, yeah, no, I it's the opposite for me. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
we are the opposite.
I'll write a poem about how I feel for you. Like, what do you need? What do you want? Okay, that's okay. Oh, Clara, I don't think I freaking screenshot it. It's gonna be forever. But you know who you are. What?
Do you remember what she said?
Yeah.
Like you said.
She had DM'd me on Instagram and she had just recently had sex with a man that was not her boyfriend or her future husband. She had been practicing celibacy for 7 years. And she said, is it too late for her to start again? Like, she was like, Brie, I don't even know if I should continue on celibacy. And like, she was just asking me like what she should do. And first of all, it's never too late to like re-practice it. Like, you fell, hop back on the horse, and hope if celibacy is what you want to do, don't do it again. Develop boundaries with someone. Like, I recently had a little hiccup, and I remember during my like reframing, I was so deep in it, you guys, in like lust, where I started thinking to myself, do I even want to be celibate anymore? Like, it's been a long time, blah, blah, blah. No, that guy ended up ghosting me. Okay. Thank God I didn't have sex with this man. But before that ghosting happened, I was already thinking about boundaries with him, like not like only outside dates only. And then what else?
I also think like
there were other guardrails too. But it was anyways, to that girl, get back on that horse and have guardrails and boundaries with the person you're dating. Mine were no outside dates or laying down horizontally, making out, where you can feel their on your leg. Like, you don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. What?
I was going to say, I also feel like this is kind of like when you start a diet and then you flake and you eat something that you're not supposed to. That is like, it screws up the work that you did. Okay, that was not pun intended. Brianda, I didn't mean it like that.
I'm sorry, go.
I was actually... Okay. Anyway, you're always on time to start the diet again. It's always better to start on day 4 again than, since I ate cake yesterday, might as well just eat cake for the rest of my life, you know? If this diet is what you want to do, start over.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing for me that I've realized with dating now and celibacy, because I've been dating more consistently and like talking with guys and stuff, is the second a guy starts to get sexual with you, like even off text, even off dead that, be like, oh, I'm actually not into that. Don't do that. Just dead it real quick. Half of them will run or whatever, and you don't want to be with them. The other half will adjust the way they speak to you. Mm-hmm. Half the time they think that that's what you want or that's what you like. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's movies, maybe it's TV, maybe previous relationships that they were okay with.
That was probably what they like, so they think that you're gonna like it as well.
Yeah, and I actually, even when I wasn't celibate, I never.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, some girls like it.
Clara said, "Some girls was me." Yeah, no, those boundaries and guardrails, and get back on that horse. Like, whew. Thank God I didn't break my celibacy for that man. But listen, it would have happened if it would have happened. I would have just had to restart, refresh,
recalibrate,
and start the Whoreible. Mm-hmm. Well, wow, it's been September 2018 was the last time. No, August 2018.
3 years.
4, Clara. 2018.
19, 20, 21, 22, 4 years.
A whole high school.
You know what? My sister said something the other day, and I want to share it with you.
What?
I didn't know that, but it makes so much sense.
What?
I was in Spain, and she came to visit from London. And we were talking about, switching to English and Spanish and da-da-da-da. And she said, there is a study that proves that when you're thinking in math, like when you're doing math in a language that it's not yours, it makes you like not be as agile as if I'm thinking. So if I'm thinking math in Spanish, I would be way better than every time that I try here, I'm thinking in English. Because I'm telling you, and it makes a lot of sense because math is like a language in your brain. It taps into the logic side of your brain. So it's like 2 layers that now have to merge into one.
Do I have a camera? Can I have a camera, please? Can I? Who here's buying that?
I'm telling you, it makes a lot of sense.
Yo, did you buy it?
It makes a lot of sense.
What's my excuse?
You don't have no excuse. That's mine.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny, girl. Because we've had several embarrassing moments.
Oh no, I'm not embarrassed by it. It is what it is, honey. I
It
got
is
gray
what
hair.
it-
You can look. You can focus on whatever you want to focus on.
That is so funny. Listen, in another life, I was great at math. Almost the same thing recently. Best of luck to you, sister. Please keep me posted.
Sorry.
Best of luck, sister, and please keep me posted. Stay
I
off.
hope at least it was worth it.
Keep me posted, sister, and give me an update. Thank you very much. Moving right along. I don't know if you'll be able to relate, but I am having such a hard time saying no. I have a history of sexual assault.
Oof.
Trigger warning. SA. I have a history of SA in childhood and as an adult. And since then, I've often found myself in situations where it's almost impossible for me to say no.
That's interesting.
I've been so conditioned by my past SA to feel huge amounts of fear and anxiety over disappointing anyone. And also to feel like there are certain situations where I owe my body. These feelings are hard to ignore. Can you relate? How do you find the strength to say no and assert yourself? I am in a situation now where I want to say no, but the thought of actually doing it gives me so much anxiety. I feel sick to my stomach.
Oof.
Man,
I don't think we're prepared to answer something like this.
I know, that's tough. I mean,
You gotta,
definitely
like,
a professional.
Yeah, you need a professional advice for that.
Yeah, saying no can be tough. Saying no in general.
Saying no could be tough, but it also like try it on something smaller, maybe that doesn't give you so much anxiety. Try it, because sometimes the scenario we create in our head, because it's happened to me, not to this extreme, but sometimes you create a scenario like, wow, like you can't, and then you try it, it's like, oh, nothing happened, so, but you have to try it. So maybe try with something that doesn't make you as anxious, but slowly.
Yeah.
But I would still get like professional advice though, because that sounds like she has some trauma rooted in her, and that's something that only a therapist can help you like unchain.
Yeah, that's a good call. Saying no, like to other things, like practicing baby steps to say no.
Yeah.
I used to stink. I still suck at saying no. I still do. I'll take on projects. This whole week at work, I was staying in until 10 p.m. in the office every day because I can't say no. Okay.
And also another thing she mentions
Not to compare this to SA,
Oh no, yeah. But another thing she mentions is part of the reason that that it's causing her to act like this is that she has fear of not being liked or accepted by other people. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to be liked by everybody. And that's okay.
Over disappointing people.
And we have to understand that like certain people get disappointed regardless. And it's not on you for them to be disappointed or not. Like if your man gets disappointed at you because you don't want to set up your alarm for him to not be late at work, that's a problem that he has. That's not a problem that you have. That's something that he has to work on, because this is not something for you to be disappointed at. And I get it that you don't want to, like, you may have fear of disappointing others, but then you have to think in your head, like, who are you disappointing? Someone that's going to get disappointed with whatever? Maybe that type of person, I don't care to disappoint.
Yeah. And what you were saying is it's not your responsibility how people take about how people take you. It's not you can only be honest. And if something makes you uncomfortable, if you're in a position to make your own self feel uncomfortable, or when you feel like you're maybe betraying yourself, that's red flag number one. That's that's your body's alarm system being like, abort mission, like, this is not okay. How the other person responds to that is not your responsibility. And that's a tough one. And it takes practice.
And think about it this way. An abuser is always going to get offended if his victim doesn't let him abuse them. And by abuse is like any type of abuse. So does it really matter that he gets disappointed or upset, Of course he's going to get upset because he's not getting away with his ways. But what he was trying to do is not okay. A bank robber is going to be upset if he tries to enter a bank and the police catch them. Does it matter that he got upset? Because he was trying to rob a bank anyway. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be putting yourself in a not awkward, not even awkward, like uncomfortable situation with making yourself uncomfortable to please or, get approval from just everyone. Because just everyone is not worth of your approval anyways.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
mamas. And then first and foremost, professional help.
Yeah, absolutely. Regardless of this, because if you have trauma, like you have to get rid of that trauma to move on.
Oh my gosh, my therapist flaked on me today.
Oh. Speaking of trauma.
She flaked on me. Ugh. I can't believe she's leaving me. What?
You want to read it?
Yes, please.
There's one here in your DMs, one on Bible Stories DMs. Say, hi, I wanted to let you know I really enjoyed this last episode. Okay. I married into an evangelical family. Pentecostal holiness. I don't know what that means. And even though I have learned a lot, and grown a lot, there's still some things that I haven't been able to square, that I don't agree with, or that I flat out dislike. A lot of that is political, but sometimes I do catch myself asking God, is it me that needs to be checked here, or are they wrong? The worst part about Christianity is other people. Anyway, I got a lot of good points from your conversation, and I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I think the worst part about Christianity are the people. Like, we're sinners. We're imperfect people. Yeah.
But it's like, I catch myself asking, is it me that needs to be checked here, or are they wrong? I guess because it's a different version of Christianity than hers. Like, they're maybe more strict. I don't know what. What's the question?
I mean, Pentecostal is not the most strict, but they certainly have
maybe more.
Their own. Yeah, but the first things first. You're going to God with your questions and your concerns, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. But I also would want her to find community within a church. It may not be that one, where she feels safe enough to bring those questions to them, like
to the whole family.
Well, no. If she needs to go somewhere where her boyfriend's family is, it was her boyfriend's family, right? Her husband's family. Yeah. If she needs to go somewhere where the husband's family is not involved, I would probably suggest that. It's kind of tough when your husband brought you to a church,
right?
You know what I mean? Because then you feel beholden to, their likability, their church status or whatever, and churches can be catty, but I don't know. I think that we all should be checked, and I think God should check everyone, you and your husband's family. If there are things that make you feel uncomfortable or, make you question their congregation, you may be right. You may be wrong too. That's for you to explore, and it's better to explore with other people. If you explore those questions alone, you'll ruminate on it, and then it'll start morphing. It'll start snowballing into something that may be bigger than what it actually is. Whereas if you have someone to confide in and let them know, hey, you saw that part of the service. Are you feeling the same way? How do you know what I'm saying? I would definitely try and seek community, either apart or in that church home. But that's a toughie. I've been there.
There's some tough ones. I'm reading through your messages. I
am a 28-year-old blank and have been working in insurance since I graduated college in 2014. I have somehow made it to management level, though I'm not sure I'm cut out for it after nearly a year in the role. I've broken down into tears twice in the past week about my job and lack of fulfillment. So I'm wondering if anyone else has gone through a similar period of dissatisfaction with their job or path. I'm worried that I am just broken and will hate every job I get, as the longest I've stayed in a role is 2 years. How do I find my purpose or truly find my calling for work? I feel stuck and depressed.
I've been there.
Too long, didn't read, don't read. Dissatisfied with work, how to find purpose and happiness in work. Oh boy, sister.
I feel like she's younger. Like you
28.
Oh yeah. She said yeah. I've been there.
It's young.
Yeah, it's young. I've been there. I think we all been there, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. The only way you see, we're surrounded by, and by you and I mean everybody here is surrounded by the internet, where you see people who are, putting their highlight reels on Instagram and TikTok and all their successes and all that other stuff, that sometimes if you're in a lull, if you're in a season of life where you're down and all you're seeing is this, you're like, oh my gosh, this is only happening to me. I am behind. You're not alone. It's not only happening to you. Remember, those are highlight reels. What you post is also a highlight reel. You know what I mean? These entrepreneurs, half the time they succeeded at something, they were doing a side hustle while they were doing something that while they had a job that they were maintaining just to pay the bills and pay their rent or whatever, they were also working on this other thing. But they didn't do that just on a whim, just by doing that one thing. They felt the same things you were feeling as well.
I think maybe because when I was there, my problem was, and I don't know if that's what she meant with her text, but it's finding that what. Because you say a lot of these entrepreneurs, they had another job while they were doing this. Yeah, but what if I can't find this? Because I was stuck there for a minute. I don't like my job, but I'm not exceptionally good at anything. I can sing. I'm not I don't have a talent that is so obvious. And I'm not really passionate about anything else. But really, my therapist gave me really good advice on that. And she said, if you never try new things, you'll never know what you like or what not. And I started trying new things. I started trying the nails. I started trying doing the podcast with you. I started, things that I never even thought that I probably would ever be interested in. And I tried other things too that didn't work out. Those two are the ones that kind of maintain the surface because I'm happy doing them. But before that, I tried a lot of other things that I didn't like. But if you never try and really get out of your comfort zone and try things that it never crossed your mind that you would do, things that you feel ridiculous doing, things that you feel they're not for you, it's okay. Take it as practice to step out of your comfort zone and start trying new things.
Yeah, and doing what makes you feel a little bit scared is an indication that it's something that you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's applicable for me in when I used to act more. If there was a role that was okay. That was almost when you're finding metal in the beach with your alarm system, that's a ding, 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 ding. You should be going in that direction.
Yep.
Do it makes
I've
you a
learned
little bit
in the past 3
scared.
months. Yeah. If it scares you, that's a sign
that you should be going in that direction.
Life is telling you, okay, go this way.
Yeah. And this is a total high tangent. And I hope that what Clara and a little bit of what I had to say resonates with anyone who may be feeling stuck or in a rut. This is a high tangent, okay? High tangent. A couple weeks ago, I went back home and my mom forced me to drive. I don't know. Anyone who doesn't know me knows I don't drive. I'm afraid of it. I do have my license, but that's only so I could go out for car commercials. I managed to get my license years ago. But 2 weeks ago, I drove from Burlington to Beverly in Massachusetts. It was an hour drive. It was the longest I've ever driven. I was driving on a highway and I was pushed to it. My mom cornered me. She said, no, you're going to do it. Enough is enough. Do it.
Yep.
And I was petrified. I cried a little bit in the beginning. I was like, no, please don't mess with me. And something in me was just okay, fine. I have no other choice. I have to do it.
It's survival.
Okay. Yeah. And I was miserable for only the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
I began to feel these feelings of excitement and like wonder. Like, I wonder how far I could go like tomorrow, or like another, like maybe today I did an hour, tomorrow I'll do 2 hours. Like you become motivated by these actions when you're doing them. You have to actively be doing them. And then it gets you excited about the possibilities of what could happen tomorrow. That hope for possibility in the future, ooh, that is the gold mine that'll get you out of a rut, or at least on the way to.
You know what I feel this example is great for? The girl that said that she was scared of saying no to things. Because that again is you stopping yourself from doing something because you're afraid of it. And like we said, try it. You'll see it's not as bad as you think it was. And what happened to you? You were petrified for 5 minutes out of 1 hour.
Yep.
And after 5 minutes, you were like, oh, wait a minute. Where are we going?
Something? I got to the destination and I wasn't even thinking about the destination. I was thinking about I was playing back the process of like minute 1 to minute 30 to minute 40 to like getting pissed at my mom for a second there because she wouldn't shut up or something, like to going into the highway for the first time. I ended up like being so, I wouldn't even say proud of myself. It was just like a moment of looking back, reflecting on the last hour and being like, whoa, I want to do that again, or I want to do it again in a different way.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about where I got. It was like so cool to just know that I experienced the last hour that I had. So anyways, that was a high tangent, and I hope that we all get the opportunity to drive that hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drive from one to
that
another.
hour.
If that's what you're afraid of, go ahead and drive, baby. We're all driving. We're all trying to get to that one destination. No one's looking at you. No, we're all trying to figure it out, you know? Anyways. Clara, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think it was very fruitful today.
That was a cute little session. Thank you guys so much for being patient with us. We love you so much. We'll do another Q&A. You know, we've been doing it roughly around every 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. So if you have any questions, please DM us. We'll get to them eventually, okay? Patreon.com/Bible Brianda. Help Clara and I at least drop one of our jobs. Clara has 7 jobs, so drop one of them. And yeah, that's it. That's the episode, guys.
Love you.
Love you.